Jay Giles Band.
That's all I need to know.
46 Doug Brokaw from the Texas bullpen.
All right, thank you very much, Gary. As first pitch from Damaso Marte to Chad Allen, hitting for David DeLucci here in the top of the 8th inning, and what a job once again by John Garland. If you're just tuning in, back in the 6th inning, he had a 3-1 lead. He walks the leadoff hitter DeLucci. He hits Michael Young. Teixeira doubles. You got men on second, third. He's leading 3-2. Nobody out. He strikes out Blaylock, Soriano, and pops up Kevin Minch.
Ouch. That's got to hurt.
What an effort. Wow, this young man is really doing some chunking.
Well, there's no question. We've not seen a better pitcher all year long. Simple as that.
No. He gone.
And speaking of what John Garland has done, John Garland getting it done. And there's our Giordano's delivery of the game. The couple of strikeouts and the pop-up, getting Kevin Minch with 2 men in scoring position.
Michael Young, 0 for 2. Boy, situations like that he pitches out of, and has pitched out of a few this season already, they're the most convincing part of his success.
How about that Tejada at bat?
Yeah. That 3-2 change just fell off the table. As Young can't get it.
And you got to like what Ozzy's doing right here with Marte. Last night he gave up the game-winning home run, and he's back out there, and he's reaching back tonight.
Well, you know, Mike North and I were talking about it this morning. Ozzy is just a breath of fresh air. You can take the conventional style, conventional method, as there's a little chopper. Probably will take it himself. 2 down. And with Ozzy, he's going to do what he feels like doing. His gut tells him to do, and his instincts. And that's the way he was as a player. And now he's got a type of a ball club that he can do some things with, unlike last year when it was so one-dimensional.
Well, right here, just watching Marte work compared to last night and some other outings for him this year, he's got a little more enthusiasm about him. He's not so cavalier of what we've seen lately. He's got some energy out there, so maybe somebody lit something under his behind.
Teixeira, 2 for 3 with that RBI double. Ozzy's going to give his players every opportunity to succeed. And that's fired right by Creedy down in the left field corner. So Teixeira 3 for 4. And on Saturday, August 6th, prior to the 6:05 White Sox and Mariners game, the White Sox are holding the first ever go-kart Grand Prix here at U.S. Cellular Field. Individuals or companies can sponsor a go-kart and receive an exclusive benefits package. So for details, call 312-674-5325 or visit whitesox.com.
And Don Cooper wants to come out and have a little talk with the left-hander. The Dustin Hermanson is up down in the bullpen now. And the important thing right here is to make sure that Damaso stays focused against this left-handed hitter. Marte has had a problem this year putting away the left-handers, believe it or not. He has put them on via the free pass. I'm sure that Coop is saying, look, Soriano on deck, good power. We want this man to lead off next inning. That's that. Put Blaylock away. Uribe. He has been pretty good in standing there talking to the pitchers this year, making sure they're relaxed and have the right frame of mind.
Blaylock singles. His first at bat, and then Garland struck him out the next 2 times. Looked like he was looking for it, got it, and just underneath it. Breaking ball to down, so from up here gave away just a little bit. Slowed his motion up.
And it looked like he was just to get me over. I want to get ahead of the hitter pitch.
Right. It was very seldom, and that's a little different story right there. That's some gas. It was very seldom that the left-handed hitter ever swing at a first ball breaking ball from Damaso, unless he's looking for it, or unless he picks it up in the delivery.
Well, we're seeing the best fastball from Damaso all year long right now. He just popped that second pitch to Blaylock at 95, and it had every bit of 95 on it.
Yeah, and that one right there was 94, but the one before even looked like a little quicker than 95. Here's the 0-2. That's foul back, and that's going to be a souvenir.
Well, right now, Marte can go ahead and use that nasty hard slider, and it's going to be very difficult for Blaylock not to swing in. He's trying to catch up to a 95-mile-an-hour heater. He's got to cheat a little bit to do that. He's not going to get the read on this slider. Put him away.
There it was, but not even close enough for him to get himself out.
Well, you know, that last pitch from Damaso, he really got on the side of that. I mean, he needs to get a little more tilt on, a little more angle.
That pitch fouled back, and that'll be another souvenir for Blaylock, fighting off some pitches here. Make no mistake about it. You don't do what this young man that you're looking at has done, and not being able to hit a left-hander, and a tough left-hander. You see enough pitches, and he makes a mistake. I don't care who it is.
Well, Blaylock has hit left-handers better than righties this year, and he has the same amount of home runs against each. 3.
He gone. Yeah. And that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 8th, leading 5-2.
Get complete sports coverage every night on Jim Beam Sports Night. Coming up tonight after the Sox postgame live. The latest on Big Frank's rehab assignment. It was a good one in Ottawa. Cubs at Pittsburgh recap. Join Pat Boyle and Kerry Sayers from Jim Beam Sports Night tonight after Sox postgame live only here on Comcast Sports Net. And Damaso Marte leaves the score at 5-2 after he reached back and was throwing some serious heat in the top of the 8th inning. Well, congratulations from everybody. New pitcher for Texas is Doug Brocale. This guy's been around some time now, folks. He's done a good job. 3-0, a .486 earned run average. Opponent's hitting .294 against the big right-hander as Aaron Rowan starts it off.
Aaron 1 for 3. As that pitch inside. Aaron, that RBI double. A stolen base and a run scored in the first inning. Also, if you're just tuning in, Scott Posednik. Scotty got us rolling in the bottom of the first with a single, a stolen bases, 24th, and he scored. Scotty has scored 2 runs in this game. Oh, what a leadoff there. There's a shot foul.
Yeah, when you are fortunate enough to obtain a Scott Posednik, you better really relish it and enjoy the time that he's here, because they don't come around very often.
No, sir. The total package as far as the leadoff hitter goes: smart, great technique, not afraid to get thrown out. Doesn't bother him one bit. He just gets right back and keeps coming at you. Put that in terms of a boxer or a fighter. He's the kind of guy you got to knock him out. So you're not going to beat him on points.
That's it. You know, it's ironic that we gave up a pretty good hitter in Carlos Lee to obtain Vizcaino and Posednik. You know, you may get yourself a guy that can drive in some runs like Carlos can, but who's going to be driving in? Posednik's not there. I mean, I'd imagine they felt they had somebody that could replace him.
There's a shot. Aaron starts it off. Well, you know, finish it off on that Carlos Lee deal. It just wasn't for Posednik and Vizcaino.
Now the money, that's right, the extra money allowed the Sox to go out and obtain a couple other pretty good players.
Yeah, Pierzynski and El Duque. So it was a 4-for-1 deal.
I mean, I don't know. To me, as you well know, one of the most important keys to a successful team is that premier leadoff man that Scott Posednik is. So I'm going to have a real hard time parting with him no matter what I'm getting in return.
There's a rocket, just foul. Paulie, he's 1 for 3 with an RBI. He now has 28. Well, we all hope Carlos has a huge year for Milwaukee. Carlos, big part of this organization for a long time. And certainly one of my favorites. But when you can go out and you can get Posednik, Vizcaino, El Duque, and A.J. Pierzynski, you got to do it.
And Carlos, of course. A huge man in the middle of that Milwaukee lineup now. I mean, obviously they felt they needed a guy that can drive in close to 100 every year and 30 home runs, hitting close to 300. That's not easy to replace. It's just the right pieces in the right places. The Sox, they needed the leadoff man, and for Milwaukee, they obviously needed the power.
Well, Milwaukee, they won tonight. And they are sitting in second place in the NL Central. 5.5 behind the Cardinals.
I saw Carlos hit a home run. I think it was in last night's ball game.
The 1-2. Long set by Brocail. He takes you can get a good jump on him. He takes a long time unloading over there. So you don't have to get such a large primary lead. Let's get a little walking lead, a little momentum, thinking about second base.
Yeah, this is a pitch out count to 1 and 2.
It's almost the preferred pitch out count. And it's been that way for a long time.
Well, you know, there are some less experienced base runners that have not put that much thought into it. They don't look up at the scoreboard. They just say, okay, I'm getting a jump and run. I mean, if you've been a guy that's stolen bases in your career, you have to look at that scoreboard and let it tell you exactly what you can and cannot do. Doesn't mean that they will pitch out on this count, but the odds are that they can, and you have to know that.
Well, Aaron's got almost a Scott Posednik lead over there at first base. He does not go. And the count 2 and 2.
Got to know the count, got to know the situations, everything. I mean, you got to understand the scoreboard if you're a base stealer, a base runner. Know what you can and cannot do, if you're winning or losing, all those kinds of things.
There he goes. And that pitch popped up. And it's over by the Sox dugout, caught by Sandy.
Boy, Doug Brocail got over there in a hurry. He was not taking it for granted that his catcher was going to get there. He kind of escorted Sandy right over to this ball.
Here's Carl. He's 0 for 3 tonight. 5-9-0 for our guys. 2-6-1 for their guys. Just tuning in, John Garland. Another solid solid outing. There's a strike.
Carl lately has been trying to hook everything left-handed. And he's facing guys that have good tailing motion on their pitchers. And he does such a great job when he's swinging the bat extremely well, driving it into left center. Always nice to see when somebody just takes everything that a pitcher can do and does do and uses it against him. The guy's going to work you away with good movement. You decide, guess what? I'm not going to try and hook, even though I feel pretty good doing it right now. I'm just going to go take what this guy's offering.
Breaking ball. And the count 0-2. Talking about the Brewers being 5.5 back of the Cardinals. They are 5 back as Philadelphia has beaten St. Louis 7-5. Toronto leading Minnesota 8-3, top of the 7th at the Twinkie Dome. One and 2 the count to Everett.
Tim Raines going over talking to Aaron Rowan, letting him know the situation.
There he goes. A pitch popped up. And Sandy with a beautiful catch. And Aaron gets back in again.
And this time the play not as easy for Alomar. Just a little flare pop up in foul territory from Carl Everett. O'Kale again busting hump to try and get over here and help out just in case. Sandy does it again.
O'Kale sliding right with him.
He's an escort for the second straight time.
I love it.
Oh my. He and Alomar are just a shadow.
That boy, Doug. But here's Jermaine. He has been in play 3 times. He has scalded it all 3 times, and he's only got 1 hit right there. Softly hit down to Blaylock. And we'll go to the 9th, leading 5-2.
A.J. Pierzynski, he has been getting it done, he has. Taking a look at last night and his first at bat, bases loaded. Oh my. That is a grand slam, the 4th of his career. And then tonight our Dodge drive of the game is a 2-run shot from A.J. Adding to the score, giving a little cushion to the Sox as they needed it. Pierzynski now is homing in 4 of his last 5 starts. New pitcher for the Sox is Dustin Hermanson. Hermanson is, whoo, look at those numbers. 8 saves, no wins or losses, no earned runs, and 18 innings. He's only allowed 14 base runners.
Soriano, Minch, and Nix to face Dustin Hermanson. Soriano 0 for 3 tonight. He's grounded to second, going out to center, and struck out. Outfield, slightly to the right. First pitch strike, and on Sunday, June 5th, first 10,000 kids 13 and under receive a White Sox plastic bat and ball set from Pepsi. And the Sox take on the Indians at 2:05. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. 1-1 to count.
Soriano has been pitched in so tight tonight by John Garland. Now Hermanson painting him away.
2-1. 13-5. Cleveland beat the Angels at Jacobs Field. 11th inning in Detroit, Tampa Bay, and the Tigers tied at 3. There's a strike. 2-2. Kansas City had a big lead at one time. It is now 9-8 Baltimore. Okay. Orioles can hit. He gone.
Nice split finger fastball right there from Hermanson. He throws a couple of different splitters. Actually, he throws a splitter and a fork. That one just gradually descending under the bat of Soriano.
Minch. 0 for 2. He walked his first at bat. Fouled out to Konerko and then popped up to center. Popped up to center with men on second, third, 2 out. If you're just tuning in, Garland is nursing that 3-2 lead. 1 run in, men on second, third, nobody out, and he struck out Soriano. He struck out Blaylock and popped up Minch. 1-2 the count.
Take a look at that. Most consecutive scoreless innings pitched by a Sox pitcher began to begin a season back to 76. Ken Brett.
He just did get a piece of it.
Piece of the ball and a piece of himself. That's got to hurt.
Big Hacken just cues it right down. So the count, a ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 9th. 5-2 good guys. Two and two. Boston scored 2 in the top of the first at Oakland. And Derek Lee's 2-run homer in the top of the 9th at Pittsburgh. The Cubs beat the Pirates 4-3. That is high, and that is back, and that is a souvenir. Once again, a reminder, tomorrow, 1:05 start. Make your plans to be with us right here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. Mark Burley against Ryan Dries. And if you can't make it, that game will be over WGN. An off day on Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against the Cubs. He gone. Eight strikeouts for Sox pitching tonight.
What a nice pitch by Hermanson. Just down and in, a little dance on that forkball. And Minch, who's been taking some big swings all night long, looked like he was going to do some damage, comes up empty on the night.
Here's Nix. He is 1 for 3. Takes ball 1. Sox trying to pick up their 28th victory of the season. Two and 0. And the count 3-0. There's one.
Taking a look at the 2-0 offering from Hermanson. He thought he threw a pretty good one.
Okay. Mark Carlson's been solid as a rock back there tonight. And that's ball 4. And here comes Hidalgo. He swung the bat well tonight. He only has 1 hit, but he does have an RBI. hammered one into a 5-4-3 double play in the second. Then in the seventh, hammered another one down to Creedy. He has definitely been in that pull mode.
Not holding Nix on.
That's off the outside corner. And he has hammered some pitches off Dustin. There goes the runner. That will not be a stolen base. Indifference. It's the man you want right here, Herman. Come on, buddy. And there's one. Now time is called. Outfield spread out. Scotty Short out there in left field. Good pitch. And the count 3-1.
Last one not missing by much. Hermanson looked like he was trying to see if Hidalgo would help him out a bit. Does not want to just lay a sweet one right there for him to lay into.
Back-to-back walks, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
So he goes from making it look easy against Soriano and Minch, striking them out, to losing the feeling.
And here's Sandy. He's 0 for 3. .38-year-old veteran, 6-time All-Star. And one of the great guys in the game, Sandy Alomar. And that ball gets away from Pierzynski.
So Don Cooper want to come out and talk to Dustin Hermanson for a second and make sure that he gets his focus back where it needs to be. Sandy Alomar, all of his hits this year have been singles, but he only has 13 hits. He's driven in 10 runs. He's made them count, and a lot of them with 2 outs.
.590 for us. 2-6-1 for them. And the 1-0 pitch. It's 2-0. This is by far, and counting spring training, most home plate has jumped around on Dustin Hermanson. Get foul at will. Yes, and a count 2-1.
Sandy Alomar trying to do something he hasn't been all year long. Go deep. He knows the situation. He has a 2-0 count. Hermanson has lost his control. He had to lay one right in there to him, and he was a little too quick.
And the count 2-2. He pops him up right side Konerko. When this ball comes down, this game is over. And the Sox have evened up this series at a game apiece behind Big John Garland's 8th straight victory to start off the 05 season. And right now, let's go back to our studios with Pat and Carey.